Welcome back, everybody, to Surviving Hollywood Podcast. My name's Austin.
My name is Aaron.
And I'm Johnny.
And we had a great episode, guys, right? We had Eddie Flake, friend of the podcast, actor, specifically in Vancouver. That's his sort of knowledge of the industry. What did you guys think?
Repeat guest. We've had Eddie on before. This guy always brings the good energy, the stories. I thought this was great conversation. If you're a fan of great conversation, you're going to love this podcast.
Johnny, what do you think?
Yeah, man, Eddie's a good dude. I've known Eddie for many years. Like when the very first acting class I ever took in Los Angeles, Mike Pointer, shout out to Mike Pointer. I was in Eddie's class and we've always stayed in touch since then. We both kind of started out around the same time. And it's been cool, man, we talked about it on the podcast about how like in that class, there's been very few people that have gone on to continue acting even. Me and him are one of the too few that are still actually acting. We know a lot of people in that class that actually moved, went back home, did other jobs, etc. But, he stuck around, man. And I think that's important. You got to kind of grind it out. And, he's been on some cool shows, especially in Vancouver. Like he did X-Files. He did an episode of Bates Motel, which we actually just had casting director Jessica Sherman on from that show. He was on Supernatural. Lots of TV credits. And he's a good dude to have on. And he gave us a good perspective about like what the state of the industry is like in Vancouver right now compared to Los Angeles, because they are I think you said they're in phase 3. Which means that they're like literally everything is like pretty much open now. And he's just shot a commercial with a director from LA that directed Dope. So
I thought the beginning was really, Eddie was talking to us, joking around, but we were also talking about like Black Lives Matter stuff and how that's going in Canada. And there was a point during the cast when Eddie basically had to say, hey, just so everybody knows, this guy likes to joke around, as if he was talking to his own audience that would maybe see this at some point.
That's true, but because we're all friends, the conversation is super loose, super casual.
Yeah.
And guys, Eddie's a great guy. Comment down below, and if you're watching on iTunes, 5 stars would be great.
Yeah, and also just FYI for the audience, we had a bit of a technical issue, to mention that. So when you guys get through the pod, there's a point where we actually lost Eddie on the Zoom call, or Aaron kicked him out. I don't know if that was intentional.
We lost him. He came back, but then there was an extra box. So I thought, let me get rid of this extra box. But I ended up like kicking him out. I
think it was when Eddie mentioned something about being, supporting the right-leaning thing. And I don't know. Aaron got into it. I'm just kidding. I'm not right. Who cares what you are anyway? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. But anyway.
Half of America is.
That's true.
Anyway, enjoy the episode.
I'ma survive. I'ma survive. I'ma survive. I'ma survive. Hollywood.
Yo.
Didn't you work on Ellen, bro?
Did I work on Ellen?
Yeah.
No, I was on a commercial with Ellen.
And she was kind of a diva, right?
No, it was a hologram of her.
That's right. Actually, I did see that commercial.
You did see it, right?
I saw it. Yeah, it was cool. But she wasn't actually there then. They just shot her.
Hey, you know what's funny? I get these little notifications on my phone about the news and stuff like that, and it says Ellen what's her name?
DeGeneres.
Whatever her name is. Wife breaks silence or something like that.
Portia. Good.
Yeah.
We want to hear from Portia.
Have you heard the news about her?
About something
toxic work environment.
Yeah, toxic work environment and stuff like that. Yeah.
The other executives are like sexist or something.
Is that what happened?
Some of her gay executives, so they were gay, so that's pretty progressive. But apparently they were sexually harassing some people.
But it wasn't her then.
It wasn't her, but I mean, she's the one who like owns and operates that. But it was her executives. She claims she had little to do with it, but come on.
So she was getting harassed, or have nothing to do with that?
Ellen DeGeneres executives were harassing other people under them. Ellen DeGeneres says, I don't really, you know, I'm not really too familiar with the day-to-day operations. I wasn't familiar that was going on. It's obviously bad. But, I mean, come on.
Ultimately, the buck stops with her, I think.
Man, that's crazy, man. There's so much shit going on, man.
Can't do anything.
It's hard to keep up with everything, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you've sexually harassed some people, Eddie. Tell us about that.
Hey. Well, it was one time when I was in the shower by myself, you know.
Okay.
You know.
Want to hear all about that. You got Aaron all excited, man.
I know, man. I might have to call the cops on myself when, you know. I've done some things to myself that you might call, you know.
Breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
Long arm of the law. Hey, so you're
baby.
So you're in Canada right now, right? For auditions.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in Vancouver.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on over there, man? How is the situation over there compared to here?
Well, you know, we went just like everybody else. We went through the lockdown for 3 months. We're actually went through phase 1 and 2. I think we're going into phase 3 now. Pretty much everything is open. I mean, during the lockdown, we just had takeout, right, for restaurants and everything. So during that time, I was, you know, supporting the mom and pop store just to keep them afloat. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to do my part. But a lot of people didn't survive it. You know what I'm saying? So, but a lot of the places that are near me in restaurants, they got like outside patios now. So they can only operate like that. You know what I'm saying? Have everybody come outside. Our gyms are back open. How that's working is that you have to make an appointment like 2 days before.
Oh, wow.
So if you wanted to work out Monday, you have to make an appointment Friday. And then Saturday for Tuesday, Sunday for Wednesday, you know?
So you only have like a limited amount of time you can be there or what?
Yeah. So we only get an hour, 15 minutes window. And they only allow it was 50 people at a time. Now it's moved up to 60.
Now, Austin, you used to be a personal trainer. Does that gym gonna still be operational in months? Are people gonna do that?
I'd say probably not, but I don't know. I mean, some gyms, the biggest gyms will survive. The mom and pop gyms probably won't.
Yeah, and I know that people have been starting up their own like home gyms now because,
right.
You know, so if anybody that was doing if you were selling like some of the sellers who were selling like gym equipment, I'm sure they skyrocketed up. You know?
Yeah, the people that were selling like home workout stuff, like man, they're killing right now.
Yeah. So I mean, I heard there was a time when I was about to just go, you know, look online and buy dumbbells, and there's two things that happened: either they were sold out, or they marked up the price so damn high, where I was just like, what?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm in a group of people that buy and sell stuff, and my cousin got me into it. And one of the hottest items was the Bowflex Select, the weights that you can like alternate. It's like one weight, like one dumbbell, but you
like
can,
resistant bands or something, right?
They're not resistant bands. You could just they could be 5 pounds all the way to 50. Like they just come off. You know what I mean?
You plug and play. Like if you want
exactly. And they were marking them up like 3 times the price.
Wow. So how much? What's the cost of them?
I think it's like $300 for like a set, and they were selling them for like $600 to like $800.
Man, see, that's what I'm gonna get up out of here, man.
People were buying them though.
I know.
People were desperate, man.
I'm gonna just do body weights, man. Just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use myself as a weight and do it like that. But but at the end of the day, man, I you know, I'm glad the gyms are back open because I did gain a lot of weight during that time. And I mean, I was doing a lot of self-reflecting. I was doing a lot of drinking. And
those two often go hand in hand.
I was gonna say, yeah, they go together.
Yeah. I was going through a 12-pack of Heineken probably every 3 days, man. I was killing them.
Damn.
Did you break up with your girlfriend? Did you have a girlfriend during COVID?
Good sir. Why would you even ask?
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you know, Austin?
Yeah.
I remember when we did a podcast a year ago, you had a girlfriend.
Yeah. We're still together. And it's funny because we, you know, I think a lot of people have broken up during this time, and I came to myself thinking like I was going to do the same thing. Like we I mean, we got through it. You know what
I
I'm
can't believe
saying?
you're saying that now that you're still together and you're going, yeah, I was going to break up with her. What if she watches this?
I can't believe you're saying that. She's standing right behind you, bro.
I know. She's actually on vacation right now. But no, in honesty, you know, we talked about it. You know, we were just, you know, when you spend so much time and locked up in, like, you feel like you're in confinement a little bit.
It's like red table talk.
Yeah, red table talk. It does feel like it, don't it? No, we did good though. You know, she was working from the office and came home and worked, and we made a office in the bedroom for her. So she was in the bedroom, and then I was here in the living room, doing what I do: play video games and drink beer.
There you go.
So you think that was the secret, having your own spaces for a while and still
You got
loving each
to,
other?
man. You got to. I mean, you can go outside, but at that time, man, I was just trying to not even be outside like that. It wasn't really. They had closed the parks at the time. You couldn't go to the beach, so you were literally just going to the grocery store and back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shout out to the frontline workers who was out there, you know, working during that time, man, because
Hell yeah.
that had to been hard, you know, because I'm hoping they were getting hazard pay because, I mean, we were making more money getting the financial system of Canada was giving us, the EI and the CERB, than they were probably making up to working at the grocery store. And I hope they were making more than us because
So explain that to me because I'm wondering how does that work in Canada? What is the unemployment?
How can we get on that?
What do they give you? Because I'm wondering how that compares to here.
So when that happened, they gave us this thing called CERB. I don't know what it means, Canada something, benefits, whatever it's called. But they gave us like $2,000 a month, it was like CERB and EI, right? They were pretty much they just put them together, right? I went on unemployment because I was working at the comedy club, and that got shut down. So I went on unemployment, so I got put in that category. But EI was still giving us $2,000 a month, just like CERB was. Everybody was eligible to get it. Even if you were working, you could still get it, but you would have to pay it back next year sometime. So they were going to come after you regardless if you would. The people was taking advantage of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people were working and still collecting. Yeah, like you know?
Smart. We call that smart.
So you know, so they gave us that. They gave us $300 rental supplement. So $300 off our rent for like 4 or 5 months, which was great.
They just take it off your rent, or they just give you $300?
No, they just take it off your rent. So each month they'll send you an email saying, "Hey, $300 off your July or your June or your August." So we did that, and then they gave you like a certain percentage to take off your utility bills, like lights and phone, and stuff like that. So they really took care of us during this time, and it's still going. They extended it. So I think to October.
That's what we need, man. They're not extending anything. Yeah,
they extending this dick. That's all they're extending.
Whoa. Are you trying to say the government is trying to fuck us? Is that what Hold on, man.
You guys are definitely getting fucked down there. It's sad, man. And you're going to slap me in the face with a fucking $1,200 stimulus check one time?
Yeah, true.
Hey, you know what? I'm waiting for the next one.
People had already spent that. Or some people are still waiting on it.
I mean, the $1,200 for me is just like a month of rent.
Exactly.
Know? So it's like it comes and it goes right away.
So you guys got it, right? You guys got it, right?
Yeah, the $1,200 for me is just like a normal night out at a restaurant. So how could
yeah, because you always buy, you know, that goes to your food, your escort. And
exactly.
Whatever.
Impressing the escort is a big part of it.
Yeah. Hotel room.
Whoa. Yeah.
Well, not in COVID. Not in COVID.
Yeah.
So anyway, so go ahead.
So how's it been down there as far as like I know LA was opening back up and then went down into another shutdown, right? Is that correct?
Yeah. So it was slow at the beginning. When things were starting to open back up, it seemed like everything was starting to open back up, and then everything like went back to shutting down. So I mean, I would describe it as kind of very slow. I don't know what you guys think.
Oh, got you. So do you guys feel like it's had something to do with the protests or people just being irresponsible?
I think it's all COVID, I feel. But I don't think the protests stopped it.
Spread COVID.
Oh yeah, I mean, technically that was a part of it, but just generally the COVID.
I wonder what the numbers are from like people getting tested after those protests happen. I wonder what the numbers are.
Dude, I
Like,
said when the protests were going on, I was like, dude, if the numbers don't spike, dude, COVID is fake. But they definitely spiked.
I mean, they went up massively. So
they did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know, people, you know, were kind of tripping about like the social distancing and all that stuff up here, and I'm like, man, people are over there on top of each other's shoulders at the protest.
Yeah.
So
there was that one in Hollywood. If you saw the photo.
Oh my God!
Footage.
You know, I were you guys there?
No, I didn't go.
I
was like, I'm avoiding that.
I did the black square on Instagram, so that was 100% what I needed to do. Just kidding.
You gotta do more than that. But yeah, I get it.
Just kidding. Around.
Yeah, I saw the video. I posted a video on my IG as well, and I can't believe that many people was on Hollywood Boulevard stacked up like that, and like that made me feel like I loved it because so many people came out to support. Then the other side of me is like, man, I wonder if COVID's in there.
Oh yeah. I mean, I had to be, right?
Yeah.
Percentage wise, there had to be somebody that I got.
Inevitable, right? It probably happened, right? Like,
I mean, they were put. I don't know what the numbers are today, but I remember like
Can't believe the numbers.
They were like pushing like, I think the highest it got to one day was like maybe 6,000 in a day, like people testing positive. And they've all kind of been around like the thousands mark, like 4,000, 2,000. It seems like it's just in that pocket. So
yeah,
I don't know if it's also because LA, at least, because I've been tested a couple times. They give you free testing.
Yeah, you getting tested a couple times, huh?
I got tested
like
a couple
that thing.
times.
You like that thing going in your nose, don't you?
Yeah.
No, it's just a swab. They just do a mouth swab in LA.
Oh, okay, guys. I'm just like, dang, Johnny.
I like how that feels too, though. But no, I did it because I was like, I've been coming to Arizona a lot, and like my parents are older. My mom's got diabetes, so I was like, I don't want to have like risk me giving them something if I have it.
And
so
Arizona spiked up as well, right? It was like Texas, Arizona.
Bro, Arizona doesn't give a shit. It's a conservative red state, man, and it's like,
yeah,
it's the day I got here, just visiting, like I was like nobody wearing any masks. Like it was just like,
dang. Like I told you that my aunt and brother just moved down there, right? And
that's right. You were talking about the phone, yeah.
So it might be my new home when I go home. But my brother, when I was following him throughout this whole quarantine thing, he's been in Arizona. He's been living life like it hasn't happened. Like, and I told him, I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Man, Arizona ain't shut down. I'm still working. I'm doing my security. The bars are still open. Malls still open." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, they finally closed everything down, but yeah, I remember like a couple weeks ago before they went into another full shutdown. Yeah. I had friends hitting me up like, "Yo, man, we're going to the Old Town Scottsdale. Hit the bar, come with us." And I'm like, "Bro, you crazy? Like, are we not like in the middle of like something happening?" And then
YOLO, man.
I see them on IG, and they're just like bottle service, partying it up, and like you just see like all these people dancing, and they're like, obviously nobody's wearing a mask, and I'm like,
right,
what? Like, why? I don't know, man.
I mean, it's
crazy.
I don't think, man, it's gonna be a minute before this kind of dies out, man, and like maybe at the end of the day we all just need to catch it just to get it over with, man. I don't know.
Herd immunity.
Yeah, right.
That's what they call
Didn't they try that in Sweden or somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
I thought they tried that.
I think Sweden is doing okay though, I heard.
I think they're okay now, but I think they tried doing the herd immunity thing, and I think it didn't work at first. But yeah, I think eventually they figured something out. So
herd immunity, man. Yeah, we definitely not doing it up here. That's something that people don't want to do.
So how's the industry there though? That's what we want to know about, because
over
here there's nothing.
Let me say this before we go into that. I'm at this time, I'm happy that we finally, we're finally out here talking about what's really going on with police and
what is really going on? Sum it up for us. What have we found out?
Well, I just think that during this time, like I think if this COVID thing didn't happen and we all wouldn't lock down in our house, I think George Floyd and all these other people who've been murdered right after that, would have been gone, like would have been just been an afterthought, just like everybody else has been. You know what I'm saying? Not saying an afterthought, but we say, oh man, we mourn them. Oh man, that's terrible, and then we go back to our jobs and live life again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I think this really provoked everybody to be like, had to stay home and watch this, and not only watch it, but dwell on it for weeks and months. You know what I'm saying? The last 3 months. So I'm happy. I mean, it's sad that it took a pandemic for us to realize this shit's going on. But hey, man, the stars lined it up for it to happen, and I'm glad that people now see that, yeah, this is an issue, and it's been an issue. We know that, but we're not out here just trying to, we're not the boy cry wolf.
Mm-hmm.
We just ain't been just saying this shit. The shit's going on, and I'm glad that people are awake and that woke up and like, man, okay, this is what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is what they've been talking about for years. This is why Kaepernick stood up and he got chastised, and then turned the table around. We're apologizing to the man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he still can't play though. What the hell? Like,
I know he was training, right? Some training camps and stuff like that.
Well,
I know San Diego was trying to.
Well, if he was a lot
okay.
better, I'm sure they'd let him play.
Wow, he's still better than a lot of backups in the league.
I don't know anything about football, so.
Hey, you know what? I thought he did great that year when he played for San Francisco. I thought that they had a good year that year too.
Bro, he took him to the Super Bowl before, so
yeah,
I remember watching that game.
Sorry, he's the best. Sorry.
No, he's not the best, but he's. I think he's still definitely good enough to play. But
yeah, he's good enough to play. Yeah.
But how is it? How is Canada been like with this? Because this is obviously different. I sometimes it feels like this is almost an American problem.
Yeah, it does sometimes. To me, sometimes I feel like it is too, because that's the only place I've ever lived and dealt with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure it goes on everywhere else. But I mean, I just spent 35 years in America, and it's
slavery still exists in like the more dilapidated parts of the world. But as far as the Western
but we
world,
don't talk about that. They don't really show that too much. But there's a lot of like child soldiers and all that kind of stuff going on.
They make our iPhones.
Let's fix America first.
Yeah, that's what they want. That's what we need to do. I guess
we got to make America great again, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I like that hat, dude. Eddie, I saw your MAGA hat. That was really like not a MAGA hat. Is that you who put?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, I saw somebody make. I need that hat.
What's it say?
It says "Major Look, Black Lives Matter."
Hey, we need to bring red hats back, man. Like the red hat, you can't even wear a red hat no more. People automatically assume
stigma.
You're a piece of shit.
If you wear a red hat, right?
What?
Oh God.
Nah. That was for a prop. It was for a prop for a short.
Oh, a red hat, man. It's bad, man. It's like you can't wear a red hat. It's like I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, or
Yeah. Ruined it.
Can't wear it.
But how is it? How are things in Canada? Like with everything with BLM and like everything in here, how's it changed over there?
I think Canada, it's hard out here because there's not a really big what do you say, BIPOC community. I feel like, or like black. There's not a really strong black community here either. So I mean, they did what they could do. Like they did the marches, they did the protest here.
But like, isn't the protests an American problem? I didn't think it was like necessarily as big. Did Canada have slavery like America did, or?
I guess so. Like, I guess we go back in history. I mean, the indigenous people here went through a lot of trauma. So, they're out here trying to fight, and a lot of racism is out here, but it's more towards the indigenous people and like the Asian people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they getting it pretty bad out here. There's a lot of anti-hate against them, and it goes back to half of the Asian and Chinese people. They own a lot of the property here in Vancouver. So then they came out here and they bought up everything, and some of the locals here don't like that. You know what I'm saying? They get very bitter about that. So they got that whole issue going on here, and then like the Native Americans or the indigenous First Nation people here, they got a lot of things going on with them, with the boarding schools back in the day where they were treating the children like really bad in those schools and doing crazy stuff to them. So,
but if Canada didn't have the like Jim Crow laws and segregation against black people like America did, I maybe wouldn't expect them to understand like what we're going through in America, you know?
I mean, you know what? When I didn't go to the protest here because I didn't feel like there was anybody that was like really like first line, like activists on the street really coming out there to talk to these people. It was just a bunch of people gathering up about the situation. But when I watched like IG Live on the thing, it was like they were totally going off topic, and it was more like a testimonial. You know, oh, the cops did this to me. Oh, the cops did it. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody had like a therapy session. It was just like, no, this is not about that. This is about a system that is so broken. And it's not to say that it was broken. It was designed this way. You know what I'm saying?
The system is working fine, man. No, seriously, it's working exactly how they intended it to work.
That's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
When we say it's broken, it wasn't broken. It wasn't made broken. It working just like they wanted to work. You know what I'm saying? So to them, it's not broken.
Right.
To us, we say it's broken because it's just, you know, it is kind of unfair. But there's some lines to that. But
it's working fine for my people.
Yeah, exactly.
Austin and I are doing great.
You guys, the audience, you guys know you guys watch enough of these Surviving Hollywood. These guys are comedians, so you can't take anything seriously.
Yeah, you're warning your constituency when they watch this. Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
So you guys
and
get
jokes
some
are jokes. You know what I'm saying? I know when a joke is a joke.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's right.
And we all can laugh at stuff, you know. And that's why
someone's gonna pull this clip and just fucking cancel your ass. That's what this is
gonna
happen.
Eddie's a white supremacist. Yeah, goddamn.
Oh no! Fuck those.
That's why I love the Dave Chappelle skit where he had the KKK blind the black guy that was taking him.
That's so funny.
What was his name?
I can't remember his name.
Clayton Bigsby, right?
Clayton Bigsby. Yeah. Oh man, that's such a classic.
Yeah, man, I miss that guy. It was so
funny. Me too. But things here, man, have been okay, man. I think people still don't understand up here. I think they just don't live in that world, man, and it hurts me that, you know, people out here just like, you know, still saying like all lives matter and saying this and this and that, and just don't get it, man. And you know what? It's not for me to be the police of them and go around here and try to. It's out there on the internet. Go educate yourself. Man.
Yeah, I feel like those people probably just aren't fully aware of the history and can't really empathize with it because they haven't taken the time to really look into it, maybe.
Yeah. Like there's books and movies and
some of this stuff didn't even get like taught in American schools, at least. So it's like a lot of people are ignorant just because it wasn't part of the education, like teaching about.
No, that's true. But now you can still. It's not too late. You can still go educate yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the internet is a beautiful place, and you can learn a lot. You know what I'm saying?
World Wide Web.
That's up to you as a person. If you want to go do that, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Like I can't judge you for that. If you don't want to educate yourself on certain issues, then shut your mouth. Then you know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing.
See. There you go, Austin.
You've been able to thrive in your own life, you know, despite everything. Like you're always working, I feel like.
Man, you know what? I've gained a lot of respect with the casting here, and a lot of people know my work. And it's just the energy I bring, you know what I'm saying? Like
I can feel it, dude. You bring a good energy, I can tell.
I just gotten confident in my work now, man. I was going through a lot where I was just like, am I good enough? And can I even compete with these people and everything? And comparing myself to others. And I think this whole COVID and me being locked down, and I had a lot of reflection on my career and me. I'm not doing that no more. Like, that's all out the window for me. It put everything in perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm the best me. I'm going to be me in these auditions, and I'm going to show them, and I'm going to bring that energy. And that's what I've been doing. And it's been crazy because my callback ratio has been like, I go out for 6 projects. I'm getting 6 callbacks.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going in there, and I'm going to go kill that shit. And I'm going to do it like I want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the
I'm not
secret? Is that the secret that you've just over many years of doing this, you realized, oh, they're going to cast me for me, so I might as well bring as much self to this as possible.
Yes, they actually just casting you, man, and like you, everybody, we're all enough, man. You don't have to put on this extra like actor and be an actor. It's not about all that, man. Be yourself, man. Cause that's what I love. I love when people playing themselves and themselves, man. I can actually relate to that, you know. Unless you're playing a character like you're doing a Joaquin Phoenix doing a Joker or something like that, you got to go in depth or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that.
I heard that when he did that role, he was actually playing a very normal version of himself.
The
Really?
vegan side of him.
He is a very unique guy, special guy, man. I've seen a lot of his interviews.
My favorite actor right now. He's my favorite actor right now.
I've seen a lot of his interviews, and he don't like. You can tell he's not that type of dude that like interviews. No. He don't like to talk about his stuff. And,
yeah,
you know. I think the last award show he came on, he went off on some like rant about
vegan shit. What's up with that, dude? Somebody who doesn't eat meat, Eddie. Can you?
Yeah. Was he ranting about that? Was that what he was talking about?
He was talking about the dairy industry.
Okay, yeah. And then they played the music on his ass. You know
well, was that the same? I don't know if that was the same award show that Gervais was. No, he wasn't. That was the Oscars.
No, it was
he talked about like how he just could get on the podium, promote your fucking thing, and then
thank your God. Right. But don't tell us how to live our lives as you take your private jets everywhere and act like you're anywhere close to us or something.
And then F off.
That's it right there, man. You got it down.
Yeah.
You're going to use that speech in your next one?
In my audition monologue.
Your audition monologue.
At the next casting.
Yeah. You'd be like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
Did you just shoot a commercial? I thought you
last time
I
did.
You were talking about shooting a commercial.
Yeah, I just shot a commercial. I booked a Toyota commercial.
Okay.
And who directed it was an LA director. He actually directed the movie Dope.
Dope?
Have you ever seen that movie Dope?
On Netflix, was like colorful, like young black people, right?
Well, yeah.
I like that. No, I like that movie.
Buddy, easy.
Well, what did I say was wrong? What did I say?
I just like that your explanation was like, yeah, there was this colorful black people.
No, but wasn't
like,
that?
What's the story? You didn't say anything about the story.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but like, I don't remember the story. They were selling dope or something, but like, wasn't it color corrected to be super bright?
Yeah. It's shot in LA, and then
thank you. Okay, no, it was a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. But he actually directed his commercial. Was in this weekend. His name is Rick. I can't say his last name because it's a very unique last name. I don't want to mess it up. But if you look it up on IMDb, Dope is the movie. It's the main actor in it was the voice of Spider-Man, the anime. Did you guys see that one?
Yeah,
Spider-Verse?
Yeah,
that same actor.
That was a good one.
I like
that. Was a good one, yeah. So, he directed actually on Zoom in LA, in Venice. So.
He directed it on Zoom?
Yeah, man. Just had his picture just like this on set with the laptop. We up here just listening to him and cameras rolling and everything.
Damn, that's
weird?
So weird. That's so weird.
It was weird. I was asking, I was like, man, you could have came up here. He's like, the whole quarantine, 14 days, and and you're only shooting like a couple of days isn't really worth it.
Right. It must be nice to be getting paid, and he's like just sitting in his pajamas.
I kind of feel like he got off easy. It sounds like all like the pre-production work.
Yeah. But it was cool, man, and you know what? I was so blessed to even get work during this time because I didn't think I would be working this whole year. To be honest with you, I had like travel plans. I was going to go to Thailand and Turkey and things like that, but now they're not letting Americans travel too much right now. So.
They ain't letting Americans go anywhere. I saw a picture
Mexico,
of like all the countries you can go to if you're an American citizen. It's like Mexico and there.
And Turkey.
Really? Turkey's the only spot?
Yeah, Turkey and Mexico and in the States.
Nobody else wants us around, man, because they know.
I know,
they
man.
know we're crazy, bro. We're crazy. That's why.
So I know. And so it's like, we have all this travel ban against, people from Muslim countries and all this stuff. Look, the tables have turned. Nobody wants us to, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does it feel now? Like,
Mexico's about to build a wall to keep us out.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, this guy's
They're
an
like, oh,
accomplished.
that wall idea was actually a perfect idea. Let's get that done.
This guy's Rick Famuyiwa is an accomplished producer / director. This is a good guy to get in front of. He's done a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian he directed.
Oh, that's nice. A couple episodes or what?
I guess I don't know how many episodes. Probably just some of them.
This is a dope show.
The Chai, if you guys saw that.
Did you audition through Zoom, Eddie?
You know what? I haven't. A lot of actors have been auditioning through Zoom. I actually been going in the room or self-tape. And it's been, it's been weird doing self-tapes for commercials. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like those you would have to be in the room to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually there are no lines, you just kind of like on camera, just improving nothing, So
grabbing the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretending to dance.
You guys probably audition enough where you go in there, it's like a commercial audition, and it feels like you're in and out.
Yeah,
basically.
Most of the time.
It feels like well, anybody could do what I just did in that room. So it depends what they're looking for.
Yeah. Right. It all depends. Like anybody can pick up a glass and put it down somewhere else. I mean, like it's funny. It's funny the shit we do in the room sometimes. I'd just be like, man, what the hell? Like,
the shit's so stupid. I remember one time I think it was a Bud Light or whatever it was, and the guy was like, all right, you're gonna sit there, pick up the bottle, hold it up, and then you're good. Right here. And I was like, what? Do you want me to smile? What do you? Nah, they just want us just thoughtful face.
Yeah, you did that well, dude. I would have cast you.
You did. I would have cast you.
Didn't even get a call back, bro. And I'm like,
what?
How do you not even get a like? I feel like you bring almost everybody back, unless you were like, huh? Like made a stupid ass face. Like, what could you possibly do? You know?
Yeah. I can see you holding a Pepsi can or a Coke can right there. Just
you hold it upside down. You're like, oh shit. Next. Can I do that again?
Next. Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be some time to get used to, because it was a lot of work just to get on set, man. Like, and the protocols and the paperwork and the webinar you have to do. They want you to be educated on coronavirus, on the COVID-19. So you have to do a test, and you got to fill out pre-assessment tests before you get on set. And then the day of, you got to see a health official and get another temperature test, and they ask you all these questions. And you have to be masked up the whole time until cameras are rolling. And everyone's masked up. And you have to order your food before you come on set. Like, they have a box for you, everything, And when we were doing, like, you grabbing the keys, any props, only a minimum of like the 2 actors and 1 person who handled props can touch the props. Like, no hands on props if you're not in that realm, in that bubble of them. And it's like, man, it's a lot, man. And I find it kind of hard to breathe sometimes in the mask. Like, after a while, it gets kind of like, irritating to be on your face.
So does half of America, bro.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's I know it
is a little bit irritating.
Yeah, it's being safe, and I get it and everything, but it makes, like I said, even the wardrobe was tough, man. I mean, changing with the mask on, keeping that on. The only time you can take it off is when you're taking the picture to show the client, so they can improve it. But other than that, man,
you're alone when you're changing. You can't take that off when you're changing.
That's not how actors do things sometimes.
Yeah, but it's just like you're in this room. They got like different tents from you, and it's just, I just had it on because taking it off, taking it back on, I was just getting annoyed with it.
Right.
So I just changed with it on, kept it on, and then took it off when I was taking the picture. Then you have to put your mask in a plastic bag, set it on the table, sanitize your hands. I mean, it's a lot, man.
Right.
For like, 1 or 2 days of work, I swear I did more of that than acting. So like I said, I tell people like this, it's going to be the new normal. And just the fact that we're shooting and we got work coming in, but work is still tight if you think about the amount of actors who are trying to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be shooting like 4 or 5 projects, then you got like 2,500 actors who are trying to work. It's still not enough work for everybody right now.
And like all the actors that would only maybe take recurrings, they'll now take guest stars, and then less guest star opportunities. They go down to the co-stars. It's like
Yeah, but they're even like I'm saying, like you hear about SAG talking about cutting guest stars, or even cutting like the day player roles getting cut.
Yeah.
Let's say that you were making money off background. Some people are doing professional background work. What do you do now? Like that stuff is cut now. Like
get a real job.
Yeah, most of those background people just have like bad attitudes, right? You got to avoid the negative ones. There are some good.
There's some good ones out there. Most of my experience has been negative with them.
Yeah, you can't fall into the extra trap.
Yeah, but the extras, no, like I've done a little extra. Like I've met the extras here. They've been pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing extra work in LA, man, there were some characters.
Hell yeah.
Man, and like, not to knock that hustle, it's a great way great way to start to see how set works. But some of these people didn't care how that shit worked.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're just there to get some free food. Hey, you know what? I admit it. When I was here, when I first started, I was doing background work. I remember I'd come with a backpack, load that shit up with like all the crafty.
Yeah.
So when I got home, I had a whole meal. You know what I mean?
A
I was barely
M&Ms?
making any money. I was like, chips, granola bars, all that shit in my
Kind
backpack,
bars.
and I just take it home. So I get it, dude. There was a lot of
So you had a crafty at your house? That's crazy.
A cup full of
like
M&Ms.
crafty station. I'm like mini Gatorades everywhere.
Red vines.
Dang. That's probably why. They would probably say, if you see this guy, don't go near your crafties.
But I remember those people on background that like would literally just, especially when it was like a big ass call, they would leave. They would just leave set. They'd be like, I'm just gonna go watch a movie and just come back.
Dang.
Somebody on set would
people
text
taking
them
advantage of the yeah. Man,
So,
you know what's funny, Johnny? You've gotten some good roles on TV, some good guest star stuff, and I've yet have booked a guest star. You know what I'm saying? And I look at you like I tell people, man, it's a grind. Because this guy, Johnny, who's getting guest stars and all this stuff, he was like a small role in my independent film I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
And he did it for free.
Exactly, man.
That's a lookout.
Dude, come on, man. When I first met you, was in the commercial acting class.
Mike Pointer's, right?
Yeah, I remember all the little projects I did after that. I kept thinking, like, I should just move back home because I hadn't booked. I think it was like a whole year. I didn't book anything. I think I booked like one little tiny thing in a movie, and it was like non-paid, and I had like 4 lines or something, and like that was it. And I was like, dude, I should just move back home. Like,
yeah.
But I was like, I'm just gonna keep going and see what happens, and eventually, shit kind of goes,
Yeah, man.
But it's a grind, man. It's a grind.
It's a grind, and I'm proud of you for that, man. And coming from where we came from Mike Pointer's class, sitting in that room. I was so green, and I didn't even have like no credits, and didn't know what I was doing. And
same here, man. So green.
Starting from there to like, when you see certain people like you started with, and they're actually doing stuff, is great to see. But there is a large portion of those people that quit too, right? I've out of that Mike Pointer class, and I did Margie Haber's, and
there was some people that moved back home in that same class.
Yeah, so I was doing the rounds. I was doing Margie Haber, and I was going to Groundlings, then Mike Pointer. I did Killian's. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did the whole round in L.A., and half those people I've met and everything are not even acting no more.
Yeah.
And which class would you recommend to our audience, Eddie? Like, if you had to pick one.
You know what? When I was going to Margie Haber, they really got me on track as far as, like, auditioning and living the life and creating a moment before. And I used to have problems with that, creating a moment before. People keep telling me, Eddie, you're good, but just you got to have something moment before, but especially when you get in these auditions where you're like thrown into the middle of the story. You don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to create something for yourself, or it just comes off like really flat, when you say the line. And so for me, that was like the biggest like takeaway from acting class. Just create something moment before. It's easy. I mean, just create something. It'll get you into the scene, because I feel like it's not that fair for everybody else that's like on the call sheet hiring you, get the whole script. They know what's going on, but you get thrown into the story and you have no clue what's going on. You know, you're kind of and it's kind of messed up to me. Like, put people in where they can be successful, man. Let people read the script. Let people know what's going on.
Well, that's confidential, bud. You got to book it. Then they can trust you.
Yeah, right. But you know what's funny is that the more and more I book, the more and more that I realize, like, they don't give a fuck how you say the fucking line. You put me all through this fucking audition, callback, on hold, bell, and then I get on set and no one cares.
It's like their biggest worry maybe is like, as long as we know this kid will show up and he's good, then
or their biggest concern to me is like, oh, did we get the shot? Is the lighting right? They're so worried about everything else.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just kind of do your job, and you're golden. Like, and even then, like, you're all in your head, like, did I say the line right? Did I fuck up? Why did I fuck up? Man, you know?
Yeah.
And no one cared. No one's really thinking about your ass, you know? But you're the only one here, you know? Yeah. You're the only one, us actors are always in our head, man.
Mm.
If we would just, like, get out of our head and just do it, it'd make it a lot easier on ourselves, you know? Less stress, man. We're put in so much stressful situations that, you know, we don't have to do that to ourselves.
So what do you think about, like, we kind of had this conversation a little bit on the phone, but for the audience, I want to hear what you think about, you know, we talked about how, like, because of COVID and everything kind of being remote. I mean, you just said you came off a commercial set where the director wasn't even there, which is crazy to me. Do you think it's going to be necessary to live in LA? Like, you're in Canada and you're still working. There's still shows over there. You're still shooting commercials. Like,
well, Eddie obviously already didn't think it was necessary.
Right. But yeah, I remember you told me you were thinking about coming back to LA now that you racked up a bunch of credits.
Yeah, because I think, man, for me, it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, at the end of the day, I still want to be able to, I think me going to LA and booking really kind of solidifies me as an actor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if I could go down there and compete in one of the biggest markets and book, like you guys have done and everything, commercially or theatrically, then I feel like, okay, I'm good. I'm good enough to compete. You know what I'm saying? But that's just like a compliment that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just something I want to put under my belt. You know. But at the end of the day, I feel like, no, you don't really have to be in LA now. With all these self-tapes coming, you know, as long as you got enough money to fly in or drive in.
You could just say you live in LA. Like, how do they know?
Yeah. I mean, you got an address or like right now, man, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters, man. Like, you can be in Atlanta and, Tyler Perry's shooting still right now. He got his own studio. They have like 300 people employed, and I guess they did COVID testing before, and like 5 or 6 people were positive from COVID.
Oh, really?
So,
okay.
Yeah. So, but that was before shooting.
Okay. Shooting. Because he created like the NBA bubble of like film and TV.
He did.
When you got money like him. It's
I
mean, I guess
so they're shooting. They're shooting. Reality TV is still kind of shooting. I have a friend that just flew down from LA to Atlanta, and they're shooting some prankster show with the dude from Stranger Things.
Yeah, I know. It's
in Wolfhard.
Yeah, I saw the.
You know what I'm talking about?
I saw a couple episodes of the first season on Netflix.
I don't know what you're talking about, but a prank show, I love it. I love a good prank show.
It's that kid that I don't know the name of the kid. The kid that has like the hat always, and he kind of has like
the hat on with the curly hair.
The lisp, yeah.
I don't watch the show.
Right.
That dude's got his own prank show.
I know who he is.
Yeah, you guys. If you haven't seen Stranger Things, you should give it a try.
It's too late for me. It's too late for me. But I just watched Waco. Did you watch Waco on Netflix, Eddie?
I haven't seen that one yet.
6-part miniseries, so very doable to watch all 6 episodes. It's good.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'll put that on the list. I've been looking for something to watch because I've been watched everything that I want to watch on Netflix, and I think one of the biggest documentaries I love was the Last Dance, the Michael Jordan one.
Oh yeah,
that was great.
That was great, right?
I brought back so many memories.
I know, man.
A lot of painful ones too, because
it had one of the greats on there, man, in his rookie year.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
I know, man. That was actually kind of sad watching that. That kind of got me a
Yeah.
little bit like choked up. But I remember watching because I remember the '93 NBA Finals. They were playing the Suns. I remember I was in Mexico watching the game, and I was actually thinking like, we got a chance to win this, and then. Nope.
Yeah. Who the Suns have that year, man? They had some.
Charles Barkley,
Charles
Dan
Barkley,
Marley,
right? Yeah.
Kevin Johnson. Man,
They had a nice squad.
We did, man. We did,
Yeah.
but it was no match for MJ. So, I remember.
Yeah, it was a good documentary, man. I loved it, man. I wish, that after watching that, then, Bruce Lee had a documentary. Did you guys see that one? Like,
No,
Water?
I heard it was good though. But
people saying that one's hands down good, man. And who else got one? Kimbo Slice is about to drop one.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And Kimbo Slice, they're doing a movie, right? Biopic of him too.
Who's playing Kimbo?
Winston Duke.
That guy better be big. Whoever.
Winston. Duke. I know who you're talking
Black
about.
Panther.
I think I know who you're talking about.
The dude from Black Panther.
M'Baku,
Gotcha.
the dude that was like, "Uasa."
Yes.
Okay.
The
really big dude. Yeah.
Yeah. He was in Us, that Jordan Peele movie.
Yeah. That's right. I remember him.
Yeah, he's playing,
I didn't realize that was the same dude from Black Panther until like somebody told me. I was like, oh, it's like so different.
He's so different, right? Yeah, he played like in that one, he played like a very what did he play? Like a goofy dad, kind of like,
right.
Yeah. It fit him. He did it good.
He did a good job. Yeah, he did a good job.
Well, you hear all these people like all these actors are coming out. You actually see some of their work, and then you hear all this critique. They're like, they're not that good. But I know a lot of people don't like Michael B. Jordan. They don't think he's that good.
Really? I thought everybody liked him.
Yeah. There's some people.
Fruitville Station put him on the map.
They feel like he's a corny actor. I think he's great.
Those people don't know what they're talking about.
I think everything he's been in fits him.
Yeah, I think he's good. I think.
Where has he been corny? Fruitville Station. He played it so straight.
In Rocky or whatever.
Chronicle. I like Chronicles though.
I thought Chronicles is dope. That was a good movie.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Nothing corny about The Wire.
I thought, even John Boyega. Like, I'm not a big fan of him.
I'm not a huge fan either.
I don't think he did. I don't think Star Wars did him justice. I just don't.
Yeah, but that was Star Wars' fault, right?
Yeah. That whole new Star Wars.
He's a good actor,
came
though.
out,
He's a good actor.
I was kind of.
Well, his scenes had some tonal problems in Star Wars because some of them were like kind of like funny and some of them were like action packed. So it's just totally
Disney, man.
I don't feel like how the original Star Wars, all that Empire Strikes Back and Return of John, it all fit together. Like it was like one great story.
Mm-hmm.
This new one was like 3 different stories, and
they did have 3 different directors, which probably is a problem.
Well, so did the first 3 didn't. George Lucas only directed like one of the first 3.
Oh, really?
He was a producer on them though.
But it would still feel like the same, story. Like you could put that whole.
It's too much of a
trilogy in one movie.
Yeah.
But this one was just like Force Awakening, and then the next one, and it was just all. And that last one, I was so disappointed, man.
What happened?
What didn't you like, dude?
With the milk and the.
That Skywalker died.
Whoa.
It was
that was
the second one or the
after
third
watching
one?
the third after watching the third one that came out. I actually respected Rian Johnson's Star Wars, man.
I like
actually
Ryan.
don't
Ryan
think it was
Johnson's
that bad.
good. Ryan Johnson's
I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, why do you think he got so much hate?
I don't know. I think after they saw the third one, I think people kind of backtracked on it. But there were some choices in the movie where I felt like, like when Princess Leia like floated in space and came back, I was like, I don't know when
the
was
movie,
that.
Solo was good though. If you guys saw Solo,
Solo wasn't bad actually.
I liked it.
I thought it was all right, and it was a bomb.
Look at this guy.
I thought it was all right, man. It
The
wasn't as bad.
the best thing about Solo was fucking Lando Calrissian, man.
Yeah.
Paul Bettany did good.
What did
he was hardly in it, but like I thought Solo was good. I thought Donald Glover did good as Lando Calrissian.
Yeah, that was fun.
The dude that played Han Solo, there's some big shoes to fill, dog.
Yeah, I mean, that was the biggest, you can't do what Harrison Ford did. Anyways,
I didn't realize that was a dude from. Did you guys ever see Hail Caesar?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
That's the dude. That was
like
the country.
a Latino, like Mexican American guy, wasn't he? Or like
He was a
No.
cowboy.
or something.
He was the cowboy.
He was a cowboy in
cowboy,
Hail
yeah.
Caesar. The guy that scene, that's so funny to me when he's like there trying to do the scene and the guy's like, just say the line, and he can't do it. I thought that scene was so funny.
Because actually, how bad he was supposed to pretend, how bad he was actor was in that movie. He actually showed it in Han Solo.
Dude, I disagree.
I think Solo was a better movie than Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar was cool, man.
It was
Anyway,
good.
anyway.
Yeah. Not enough about talking shit about other actors.
Let's
Man, we're gonna get so many. All our Star Wars fans are gonna be fucking. Actually, we probably.
Hey, no. At the end of the day, I'm still a Star Wars fan. Don't
I
get
love Star Wars.
twisted.
I love Star Wars.
All comments can go through Eddie's Instagram. There's a link down below in the description.
I'm gonna give them your phone number too if they want to hit you up.
Hey, they can call if they want to call Canada and get their phone bills high. That's fine with me.
Yo, but let's bring it back to our acting career. Like, how are we going to book our solo?
Is that what you want to do?
I mean, the next open-ended question. I bring it to the group.
Man, look, man, it's gonna be. Man, this industry is so far from like getting back together. I don't know when we gonna book a Han Solo film. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got like all these stars who are like sitting there on their Instagram, bored as hell. Talking about, I don't know when I'm going to get back to work. You know what I'm saying?
Robert Pattinson needs this one. We'll take the next one.
He's got Batman already.
Yeah.
He's got Batman though.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited for the Zack Snyder cut of DC Justice League?
I like Zack Snyder, but I wasn't a fan of the movie.
I'm not a fan of any of those movies. I liked a lot of specific Marvel movies, but I wasn't even a fan of like the Marvel franchise, even though I liked Iron Man and a lot of those movies are really good.
I think his best movie was 300. I think that was his best movie.
Oh, of course.
300 was like.
And then he tried to like emulate it with some other movies. It didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't catch on.
Like Sucker Punch I went to go see Sucker Punch.
I saw it.
Yeah.
It was all right.
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie. I liked it.
It was fine. Right. It was fine. I mean, didn't hate it, you know.
I'm not going to ask for my money back, but
so a lot of movies, like our movie theater up here is open up. So the movies are like $5. So I'm like, I missed the movie theater. Let me check and see what's out right now. And then
there's
the
nothing.
Movies
Really.
They were playing like it was like Jurassic Park, the first one, and like
really.
Yeah, the old school stuff.
I mean, I guess what else can they play, right? There's nothing else.
Yeah.
That's
and Deadshot with Vin Diesel. Like, I'm not gonna go pay it. I'm not gonna go pay to see that.
Oh, $5. Come on.
That is cheap though. $5 for a movie, man. I wish that's how much it was.
And getting COVID for $5.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I wouldn't pay for either of those two movies for a movie. But I would watch Jurassic Park if it came on TV.
Yeah, definitely that. But I don't know what's going to happen with our movies. Like, if everything opens back up by next year, we're going to have a great year of movies. Like, everything's going to be dropping.
No.
There's nothing being filmed right now. It's television, right?
But
so
how
what
could
are
it
we
open
going to
up?
get on TV?
How could it open up? It's like you're saying if like there's a cure, if there's a vaccine, and then
vaccine maybe, right? Like,
yeah. But even when the vaccine comes out, I don't think anybody's going to take the vaccine as soon as like the first vaccine is ready.
First wave of it, yeah. I think it might be like I said, the way we shoot, like we used to with background and day players, all that stuff, will not get back to the same until we get a vaccine.
What if there's no vaccine? Then what?
Man.
I'll risk it if somebody wants to put me in like a high up movie. I'll risk it.
But then they have to give, like I said, they're gonna have to get you a contract and you have to sign just to say, hey, I'm okay with being on set. Like, that's what they're gonna have to do. Like, you're gonna have to be the one to make that decision. They're like, hey, I want to work on this project, or you're gonna have to say no.
It's like people are lying anyway. I don't know if they're doing that where you live, but around here, when things were starting to open back up again, they were casting. If you lived in the same household as a person, they were like, a lot of times they were just like looking for dynamic duos or whatever, just trying to like make a commercial where you could put like two people from the same household in the same commercial. So it's less regulation when it comes to them being together on set. So Austin and I went for a couple of those, and then Johnny told us, he was like, yeah, I'm going to get a friend of mine and we're going to say that we live together so we can book this too. So it's like,
well, that's what's been going on up here. Like everything I've been seeing is like they're looking for couples that live in the same household, or they're looking for family members that live in the same household. That's what the auditions have been like lately.
But if people just lie about it, then the disease is just going to keep spreading.
Yeah, right. I mean, if you are like friends with somebody, y'all in that same bubble, y'all can audition together, you know, and things like that. But right now, that's what we're going to be seeing.
What's up with Eddie's camera? You guys all seeing Eddie's camera just frozen?
Yeah, he froze.
Yeah, it is froze.
You froze. We can hear you, but
it's a sassy face.
Your video froze.
Oh no, hold on.
Okay.
Or that's just your headshot that you have on your profile.
We've been going about an hour. What do you guys think? Last 10 minutes?
Yeah, we can keep talking, but let's definitely keep the episode.
Am I frozen?
Now it's just black.
I just clicked back on the.
I don't see your. There's nothing there right now.
It's just not even your name. It's just blackness.
Hold on.
Maybe
it's
we
like,
wrap it up.
It looks like the Instagram thing.
Okay,
now it says Eddie. Hey, you know what? Solidarity, guys.
Aaron, man, that's okay. I see my stuff is moving pretty good. I don't know.
All right, well, that's okay.
Mine doesn't. I think mine has a headshot. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Hey, that headshot looked like you just started out. like you fresh you just came out of prison. Like, I'm gonna be an actor.
Okay, I came out of prison. Hey man, there's a lot of people that start careers coming out of jail. So
hey, look at Danny Trejo.
That's right, man. That dude's. If I could have that guy's career, I'd be more than happy.
But in our,
can you guys see me?
No,
I still can.
You could try logging off in general and then just like clicking on the link to come back on. But that's like a whole thing.
Yeah, let me do that.
All right,
let me do that.
But in our final 5-10 minutes,
do you guys have any other questions for?
I mean, we could go. The only thing I was thinking of, it doesn't have to be a question, but we could ask him, just creating your own work. While you're waiting for those auditions, does he have a game plan?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, two Eddies.
Two Eddies don't make it right. I don't know what happened. Sorry, we could just do audio.
Everybody remember to hit the like button.
There you go.
There he is.
There he is.
Whoop.
We just lost him.
Psych.
This is what happens when we don't have in-person podcasts.
This is us during a Zoomed audition in 2 weeks. Oh, sorry. Oh.
Or what you do if you feel like the take was bad, you just like don't move, so you pretend like your screen got frozen.
Yeah. That is
did you guys get that?
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it again.
I lost signal because it didn't. Let me take that line again, actually.
Yeah.
Eddie, you're still there? Take your mute off. You're on mute. Let's see.
All right, well.
Hey, let's do the intro now.
It's a long pause on the podcast.
How's the dog, Johnny?
He's texting me. He's in the other room, actually. He said he got kicked out.
Eddie just
click on the same link as before.
Eddie just Irish goodbye us.
You're a professional at that, man.
I mean, it seems
so while we're waiting for Eddie, real quick. So let me ask you guys a question. Like, what's your guys' game plan right now? What are you guys planning on doing?
Well, I mean, other than going on auditions that we trickle in.
Right.
I guess, I mean, right now we're in post on 2 to 3 short films. That's an immediate goal. And then, it's like writing a research paper at college. The plan is to write something. The hardest part is writing that first page, but loosely speaking, that is the goal. What is your goal?
Well, I was wondering what you guys were,
I guess just waiting it out, playing it by ear.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I was also wondering, like, are you thinking, like, okay, if nothing comes up for a while, like, I mean, you guys have have the YouTube channel that's doing really well. But I'm also wondering, like, do I need to get a job now or what?
Right.
Okay, so Eddie just sent me a message saying he has a notification saying you are unable to rejoin this meeting because you were previously removed by the host.
What?
What? Who did that? Aaron's the host.
I'm not the host.
When
so-
there were like 5 boxes on the screen, I tried to get rid of one of those boxes.
Oh, he's coming back on.
There
Yeah.
we go. we can't get rid of him.
Sorry if I kicked you out, Eddie.
Just kidding.
When there are 5 boxes on the screen, I tried to get rid of one of the boxes.
Still connecting to audio. I don't know
Eddie's
if you can hear.
Eddie's giving us the silent treatment.
He probably can't hear us.
Oh,
Right.
just the thumbs up.
Okay. I wish they had more reactions on here.
Yeah.
Like a thumbs down.
How about the color gradient is a little 2008
Color gradient?
on the thumbs up on the hands? Like there's only
Oh.
yellow hands.
Yeah, you're right. Well, wouldn't yellow be more neutral?
Hey, Eddie, I don't know if you can hear us, but I don't know how to do it on the phone, but go to the little microphone on the bottom left, and that should tell you what your input is for mic and audio.
Sorry, Eddie.
For the audience at home, we're having technical difficulties, but I just want to say real quick that if you guys have some guests that you want to hear from whatever that might be, let us know. Comments, Instagram, YouTube. We want to hear who you guys want to hear from. So,
what is your job plan, Johnny? Are you gonna get? You already?
I might have to find a job, to be honest with you.
But like, what would you do?
But you're working right now. You're booking stuff.
I mean, I'm working on an audiobook. Thank God, like that pays really well. But I mean, those are only 2 books I did. So
Yeah, if this thing lasts for months and months and months.
But what would you do? Work at Whole Foods? Is it?
No, I mean, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to find. If I do find a job, it's going to be like some kind of remote. Trying to find something remotely, like an assistant, or I'd love to be like an assistant to a director. But actually, I don't know if you saw Payman Ben's post on IG. He was looking for someone to handle his rascal activism.
Social media account.
Yeah, I sent him a message.
Dope.
So I don't know what that means necessarily. He just said I asked him like what it is that does entail, and he said we're still trying to figure that out. And then I was like, well, I'm interested.
I don't know if he even said paid, but
I know that's the only thing. I was like, well,
it's like if you can think of funny stuff to post that's kind of left leaning, then which obviously any of us could. Aaron could do it better, more independent leaning, but
I can lean any way I want.
all right leaning, it's fine.
hey, we should just end the podcast. We can.
Yeah, let's just end it.
We'll just end it.
We went an hour. We had a great hour.
Yeah, actually, Eddie's calling me right now. So
Is he frozen again?
yeah, he's froze. So I'm gonna go on mute for a second, guys.
Okay. Radio silence. We put on one hell of a show here. All right. Well, if you're just listening to this, then
And you messed up.
You'd be able to see us standing around on YouTube. I might have accidentally, for a while, Eddie had 2 boxes up. One of them looked like a dead box. I tried to get rid of that dead box, but maybe I ended up kicking him out.
Oops. All right.
We hear you and see you.
You can hear me.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna hang up.
Well, now we can't hear him.
Can you hear it? I thought his audio just came in.
I think we were hearing him over the phone.
Shit.
Hey, we should just wrap it up, right?
Yeah. Can you hear us or no? All right. Well, we should just wrap it up then if it's not working.
Yeah. Because we had a great episode. And now we're slowly losing audience.
Yeah, let's okay, cool. All right, guys. Eddie, dude, sorry, man. Can you hear us?
Man.
Eddie, can you hear us at least? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
Who's he talking to?
Eddie raised hand.
It's like on a delay. He's hearing you ask him 30.
Okay, well, I think we're gonna have to end it, but
hey,
anyway.
go follow Eddie. Links down below. He's a great guy. Maybe he's not so good at. Well, Aaron kicked him out, so he's a great.
He says he can't hear you guys.
All right. Well.
All right. Well, we'll just end it for the audience. So yeah. Shout out to Eddie. Like he said, follow him on social media. Great conversation, and we will see you guys on the next one.